morning of day 35, I loaded the motorcycle up with supplies and headed towards Glock Grocery. I've been looking for a more difficult horde night, and the only way I'm going to get that is to rebuild the base in the wasteland, so that's what I was headed off to do. The current footprint of the base with its extended walls is 24 by 24. I found a good enough spot behind the grocery, pulled out that auger and started digging. Step 1, lay down the foundation. After 2 hours of running that auger nonstop, I couldn't believe I hadn't seen a screamer yet. Not even the wandering zombie. I said, is this the wasteland or Pleasantville? I busted into that old shed on the property. There was nothing in there though. I leveled up after digging a bit more. Decided to put that skill point into Gunslinger. I had already put 2 points in there. This will take us to level 3, and I figured that'd be good since I'm toting around this SMG. I took out the ground around that shed and the damn thing fell on me. Made an awful mess. I said, well, sometimes things gotta get worse before they get better. It was almost midday when I finished clearing out the foundation, and still no screamer. I said, what the hell? In the past, I'd sneeze and fart at the same time and a screamer would show up. Now I run the fucking auger for damn near 6 hours and no screamer in sight. Now, if I had more blocks on me, I could have got the job done quicker, but because I had to craft cobblestone and blocks as I went along, it took me all damn day. Just about half past hour 17 when I said that's enough, I'm done. I almost had the entire foundation put in and I knew where I wanted my entryway to be. I got a week to finish this. I can get it done. So I hopped on the steel horse and headed back to the pines to gear up for the horde. And here I am. Day 35, let's do this. We can take a quick look at my stats. We are level 89, game stage 147. We're so close. We might get Demolishers tonight if we level up a bunch. Because I believe it's at 150 when they show up. Who knows? Maybe we'll get 1 or 2 tonight. The game stage is going to severely increase in the wasteland, though. I forgot to check it while I was there. I meant to. We'll do that in the next episode. We're going to be spending a bunch of time in the wasteland rebuilding our base. I got pretty far today building it. So we'll just continue doing that. I shouldn't even be here up at these hatches, but I figure it's like a sin if I don't get some melee kills, you know? So we won't push it too hard up here. But, I mean, look at this. We got to spend at least a little time here before we just turn the power on, even though they can sneak past these hatches pretty easily. There we go. Second row should prevent that from happening. Maybe. Maybe not. Hey, get out of here. It's getting a little wild. Let's use a throwable. A grenade too. And there go all my frames. That worked. Let's do a little more smashy. I think there's a zombie in between the hatches. Yep. A white. Alright, let's get out of here. That's enough. This is a problem. Sometimes I get stuck trying to jump up to this ladder. There we go. Okay. Turn everything on. And it's go time. I put Junkie down right here. I tried putting Junkie on top of a block so he can see the zombies, but I wasn't able to place him on top of a block when there was a block above him. You know what I mean? It's just too tight of a space, so he's just going to have to chill there. If the zombies do reach this wall, then he'll be able to shoot at them. A quick note about my settings, I did turn the difficulty back down to warrior. Everything else I left the same. So the zombies are running at nightmare speed all the time, and I left feral sense on all the time. I just turned difficulty from insane back down to warrior because insane is just stupid. You know, it shouldn't take that long to kill regular old zombies. You know, but at least this way they will still be running at us full speed. They just won't take forever to kill. And even though I have feral sense turned on all the time, I didn't have hardly any zombies show up while I was building the base in the wasteland today, which is crazy. I mean, I'm not complaining. It helped me get more work done, you know? But I maybe had like 2 or 3 zombies show up. That's it. No screamer either, and I was running the auger all day. So, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Sometimes this game just is weird. Base is rocking though, as expected. I brought only AP ammo tonight. I know I should probably be using it during the day too, because we're going to start getting radiateds during the day, especially now that we're going to be living in the wasteland. But I like to save it for a horde night. Especially with this base, dude. Look, they line up. And with the penetrator perk leveled up and the AP ammo, we can take out like 3 at a time with 1 shot. I mean, pound for pound, this is like the best bang for your buck right here, you know? So that is the plan moving forward. We are going to live in Glock Grocery now. No sense moving our base over there and not moving our home as well. So this week, from, you know, tomorrow up until the night 42 horde is going to be a lot of busy work. Because we got to move all of our workstations, all of our loot, everything over to Glock Grocery, and we got to finish building the base. The base absolutely has to be done and upgraded and ready to go by night 42. I'm trying my best not to shoot the blade traps, so I'm shooting at their legs when they're behind the traps, but occasionally I'm sure I hit them. It's probably my fault, the first one's already gone. What are you gonna do, though? You know? I think it's definitely still worth having them there. Should probably add in some dart traps, too. Why not, right? We had some dart traps, facing towards them, or even on the walls above the electrical fence wires, shooting at each other, like sandwiching the zombies between dart traps. Might as well, right? I mean, this is my trap base, that's what I'm calling it. Might as well add more traps. The birds are pretty annoying. I need to set something up on the roof. Obviously not here, but at the new base that we're building. I got some SMG turrets. Just put one up there, or 2, facing some different directions. That should take care of the birds. Now, obviously, I'm going to take with me the battery bank and generator that we have here. I'm going to pick up all the blade traps that I installed and all the electrical fence wires I installed. And that'll just be less things we have to craft for the new base. You know what? Can I put Junkie down through these scaffolding bars? Holy shit, I can. Look at that. Duh. Well, that's better. And I'm sure I can pick them back up now through them, which is pretty interesting. I never even thought of that. I mean, obviously I thought of it just now, but not prior to just now. Another recog, keep the increased ranged weapon damage going, and we're going to play around with the SMG for a little bit. I mean, it does all right. Not as good as the rifle, though. The SMG is like panic mode, you know? If they get too close, or if we gotta run for whatever reason, that's what the SMG is for. Or if we run out of 7.62. But I don't see that happening. You know, it certainly sounds like they're beating on some blocks. They're not coming through the wall yet, though. They keep coming down the hallway here. So I'm not going to worry about it until I have to. There's a Demolisher. All right, our first Demolisher, and now we're getting cops, too. We just got to take our time, shoot them in the head, and they shouldn't cause any problems. I hope the blade traps aren't in perfect line to trigger their button. We're going to find out. There's another one. Killed him immediately. Well, I mean, if the zombies knew any better, they would just beat on the wall to get to me instead of obviously coming down the trap hallway. But if they did that, then the game would kind of be broken, in my opinion. What would be the point of traps, you know, if they just beat through the wall? They take the path of least resistance, which right now is one row of concrete block and one row of cobblestone block that is in front of me. They don't see the blade traps and the electrical fence wire as resistance. Otherwise, maybe they would be coming through the wall. It really does sound like they're trying to come through this wall, though. I keep checking. I don't see any damage. I do not feel like climbing up on the roof and checking. I'll just keep doing my thing right here until something bad happens. You know what I mean? If the zombies were not coming down the hallway, then of course I would go check. But they keep coming, so I'm just going to keep dealing with them. Could be the birds. That's what it could be. Could be the birds beating on the rooftop. What I'm hearing. 7 skill points to spend. We are leveling up like crazy here. It's nice to know Demolishers are relatively easy to deal with. I knew they would be with this setup. Now that we are getting Demolishers, though, and I'm sure we're going to get a lot more in the Wasteland, I want to put a better scope on this rifle. The red dot works good when you're out and about during the day, and it works good with regular zombies, but now that we are dealing with Demolishers, I want to make sure I get a closer look at them, you know, so I don't accidentally shoot their button, like that one right there. That's why I'm aiming high. So far, so good. This monkey's trying to get to me. He stands no shot. I mean, there's a lot of them right now, and keep in mind, they are running at nightmare speed, but I mean, that doesn't really make a difference when there's 10 electrical wires in front of them. I mean, this is beautiful, you know? What else is there to say? Oh, that block is damaged. Oh, shit. Well, that is exactly what we've been hearing. The birds beating on the ceiling of the second floor. They destroyed it, and they've been beating on the ceiling of the first floor, trying to get to me. Yeah, we definitely got to put those SMG turrets on the rooftop as we build the second base. Either that or line the roof with blade traps, something. We need something to deal with these fucks. I think that's it for zombies. I mean, I still hear one, but it's probably just like a crawler. Oh, come on. These fucking birds. Yep. That'll do it. Now, I wasn't originally planning on working on the Wasteland base in this episode, but I decided that's probably the best move. You know, I was going to just do some looting, typical day before the horde, but I want to make sure that base gets done. And I'm not going to show you the building of that base every step of the way, because you've already seen me build it once. You don't need to see me build it again. So basically, I will just kind of like, I might mush more than a couple of days together if that's all I'm doing is working on the base. But we'll break this week up as well. I'll do some looting. We'll do some trader runs, whatever it is. This way, it's not just complete base work. We'll go get this treasure probably at the beginning of the next episode. And on top of building the base, like I was saying earlier, we need to move all of our shit over to Glock Grocery as well. We'll start doing that in the next episode. Look at this, no damage at all. The only damage done to the base is the rooftop from the birds. And, of course, some damage was done to the traps by the zombies. But no big deal, we only lost one blade trap. And we didn't lose any electrical wires, they just took some damage. We'll repair them, it's no big deal. So not only is this like the best performing base I've ever built, but it's the easiest to upkeep as well. Red bag, you think there's going to be an engine inside? Nope. Let's call back to Trapped Inside. Hagashi, to be exact. I almost made it out of there. All I needed was an engine. And a battery? I don't remember. I mean, we could have crafted a battery, eventually. But all I really needed was an engine. And we just couldn't find it. That's why I went Demolisher only for all the red bags, because I read somewhere that it's possible to find an engine in a red bag. Well, let me tell you something. I searched hundreds of red bags and never found a damn engine. Anyway, we're going to give a Trapped Inside series another run here at some point. Right now, I'm thinking at the 7 days sweets. But that could change. We'll see. I thought about starting another series and doing it side by side with Apocalypse, but I don't like doing that. Running two different series at the same time. It's just not right. Slipping in the occasional one-off episode where we do a challenge or something different or something fun like a house flipper, that's fine. But two series running at the same time just doesn't really work for me. And I want to do this series right. And to do it right, we need to get further into the end game with a base in the wasteland. We need to craft the next couple of vehicles and all that. So still some more to go here in Apocalypse. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching and all of the support. You guys are the best. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter if you want. It's at Glock9Gamer. I follow all gamers back. Stick around for more Apocalypse 1.0, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.